All right, our question is, will the water on the earth ever be gone?
No.
Will the water ever disappear?
No.
David, go ahead.
I have a feeling that it will because all of the people on the earth use it every single day, and they use more than a gallon when they're doing each thing.
Okay.
But the water keeps rising because of glaciers in the Antarctica are melting.
But why is it rising?
Because the glaciers are melting. Because it's warmer.
It's global
What
warming.
happens when it's warmer?
It evaporates.
It just melts.
It evacuates.
No.
Evaporates.
Yeah, but
The
we
landform
still
will
have
stop.
dinosaur water on Earth. I mean, technically, so how can it ever be gone? I mean, once we use it, it just goes back through the process and
Because of the
back up in the
rain.
sky and back to where we can use
Yeah,
it
but
again.
they
It just
say,
keeps
like,
going
the
and
whole-
going and going. So how could it ever be gone?
But they say the whole world's gonna like explode, so wouldn't the water like just shoot off the earth?
So if the world doesn't explode,
Well,
Then if it's upside down once, it could be like, ew.
I don't think it will ever go because of the gravity that's pulling it down and the water cycle.
Okay.
the whole earth is gonna combine.
How global warming comes when it's so hot?
Yeah, but some of it's gonna go.
wait, Grant, go off of that.
If it's so hot, it could just evaporate. Yeah.
Well, then it'll come back.
It's gonna be like
It'll come
200
back.
I mean, like, look at some of the
Yeah, but like they say the whole world's just gonna combine. Like all the continents are gonna combine. Wouldn't some water go in between? Like when it just like
rivers.
yeah, like wouldn't they just like push away and like leave? Cause everything's gonna go together.
You're talking about if the continents come together?
Yeah, because they say that's gonna happen.
Yes, but they used to be together and then they moved apart.
Yeah, but
So
they
the
say
water
they're
just
gonna-
relocates.
The plates, we were watching a video on science, and in the plates it said they move apart every, like,
1 inch
they
every
move 1
year.
inch every year.
Next question.
Okay.
Maybe that'll do something.
So Adam, go off of that.
So like the water just can't evaporate because there's no place hot enough for all the water just to evaporate.
But you said that the plates are moving every year. So what if you have two plates that are, what is it, divergent? Right? That they split apart? Yeah.
It goes over the land.
No, but if these two plates split apart, the water goes into it.
Yes.
So what if that keeps happening? Will the water disappear then?
No.
What if it like goes through and then they close again?
Because when the plates open, the magma rises and then it dries quick enough so that it'll turn into land because the water cools it right away.
Okay, David.
But then that would make a ton of ponds and lakes and that stuff. And then the stuff within the water would end up dying because you wouldn't be able to survive.
Would it though? Or would it, if Josh says, okay, now all this land is being made, what happens when it rains? Does it float on top of the water, of the land, or does it sink in? So then wouldn't the water disappear because then soil's absorbing it?
No, but in our modern day, right? Has that happened? I mean, this world has been around millions and millions of years. Correct? Correct, David? Correct?
Yes.
Yes. And so, so how can it all go? And think about it. If a plate goes one way this way, so it moves the centimeter that way, well, it's just colliding into another plate.
It used to be
So
practically
it's just opening one gap and filling up another gap. I mean, it's been happening
But-
for millions of years.
But when they collide, okay, so give me this hand. Ready? So here's my three plates. If this one is gonna spread, it has don't move. It's gotta go up. So they make mountains then, or a volcano.
Yeah,
So
this
there's
has
still
been
a
happening
hole.
Forever, though. I mean, it's not going to just change over.
But it's not.
It's
Because
not.
I was changing that.
All right, Josh.
The magma rises, and because there's magma under the crust, and when every plate cracks, it fills up and dries.
And make soil,
Yeah.
which absorbs water.
On an earthquake, it can get destroyed.
Haley?
Okay, you know how when you go camping and like, you know, like if they have like a lake or something there, like you know how like every year it rises?
Okay, yeah.
It does always go up. So then why would it just eventually go down?
Okay.
It keeps going higher.
All right, Zach.
Well, obviously all the water can't drink because a bunch of people are always thinking of new ways to save water. You know, like not use.
Using it for a whole day.
Not
running it when you're brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
Or like the shower.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
only take a short shower.
So you don't think it would ever disappear?
No, I mean, since we're all thinking twice about how much we're using water, I mean,
But aren't there more and more people every year?
yeah.
So even
It's just like recycling.
but but then how come every year our population rises, Adam?
Because more
Because people are born.
having babies.
But more people die each day.
And more people are being born
Each day.
So,
200,000
born
kids
in a
die
day.
each day.
I don't know about
that could be
All right, go ahead, Josh.
Couldn't like the lakes and ponds and stuff like just absorb the soil around it?
But
Yeah, so if they absorb it, then so then where would we get more water
Then
from?
won't it release?
It doesn't disappear.
Yeah, when it evaporates water, when it dries out, it evaporates water into the air.
Okay.
Like when if you use
Hold on, Dan.
Brayden, be careful.
Go ahead, Dan. Say it again.
if you use the bathroom,
Yeah.
like water comes out and it goes into the ocean.
Okay.
It goes into the ocean, but even like
Okay.
water comes out into the ocean.
Julia.
in my backyard there's a stream, and in the winter it expands, and then in the summer it gets
Well, yeah, but why does it expand? What happens in the winter? It freezes. Yeah.
And then it melts.
All right, Haley.
You know how like
Okay, I changed my mind. The water's gonna go away
Okay.
because of the sand. You know how when you pour water on sand,
Yeah.
it takes it.
Mhm.
Like what if the fan reaches like what if the fan just reaches what if the fan like just reaches
All right, hold on, Allison.
Well, if it keeps snowing every winter, then it could melt in the summer, so then you get more water. And when it rains, you get more water.
Yeah, but if all this stuff is melting and it's going into the land.
Then we get ponds. Yeah, it's not going to stay there.
Then it's gonna rain again. How come my sand is
All right, go ahead.
You know, like Africa. In Africa, you know how we drill for oil?
yeah.
Well, they didn't drill for water, Haley. So even if it did go into the sand, you just dig down,
change
and
my mind
eventually
again.
you get to your water level. It's not that like complicated. It's just everywhere. If we were to dig down right here deep enough, you would get water.
Or
and you
acid.
kept going eventually.
Like
you get
wells.
water and stuff, but
Like
still.
wells.
Yes, it's like exactly like that.
Yeah.
Like you know
You
how
get
we have
water.
in wells and like the colonies and stuff, you know, water wells, it's like that.
All right, David, you're shaking your head.
Like that.
All right, David's shaking his head.
When the plates would move apart, the water would all seep in and turn the magma that's down there harden. So then there would be no way for the other magma down there to get up and out. So then the water would just keep going and it would get rid of all the magma. Therefore, we wouldn't be able to get more ponds. And the ponds would drain away. So then all the water would somehow die out. But if you dig farther?
You reach the magma and burn your hand.
All right.
I'm not done yet. We'll dig holes in your house.
All right, just before we end, okay, Josh, go.
But even if there is soil, the soil can only take up so much water. So once it takes up as much water, even if it dries, it evaporates and rains again. But it'll take more until it can't anymore, and then it'll keep on going. But then there's more soil.
All right, good.
where'd we get it?
Don't you need like water?
It would disappear by now. Water.
All right, just for me to see.
It's about to rain, so you think it's gonna evaporate?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Shane.
it would be gone by now.
Hold on. All right. Final silent vote, just so I could see. So, raise your hand if you think that water will eventually be gone. All right, 2. And raise your hand if you think that no, water will always be around.
22.
21.
Get your math
All right.
right, Shane.
All right, good. All right.
What do you